calculate what I demonstrate, meditate to contemplate. The science of your fate is no debate, there's just some theories abound that travel faster than the speed of sound, expounding to extrapolate, interpolate, for sake of aggravating aggregates. It's all essential, segregating thoughts is duality monumental, gives a quality of life to interferes in all your passions, when released state of mind should know itself, continue laughing. I often smile at my brain for feeling pain from some strain, yet little did I know it's sometimes hard to maintain. I slide down mountains of depression, smile and cry when reminiscing, looking towards the future's eyes closed from all the lies. Get a pen and pad to calculate, concentrate and pay attention. The problems of myself are laughed away in dry dissension. In dry dissension.
We are the scientists of sound, mathematically putting it down. The goods radiation underground. We are the scientists of sound, mathematically putting it down. The goods.
What up,
I got some confidence, it's just often in hiding. Time and time again, my soul's deciding what, who, when, where, why. Forced to cry, of course you lie, so do I. But mindfulness is healthy, more than selfish fools who think they're wealthy. Inner truth is important, more than emulating Jordan.
Republicans buy shoes too.
Money's bottom line in discordance, but try to count neurosis, how affecting you and others. Anxiety's my brother, sister, cousin, mother, and my lover. I make a strange bedfellow, known to turn a futon yellow. Took a month off, hello, these days are much more mellow. Got some knowledge of self, I always had it, but I lose it. I laugh and cry the same and let my ego be bruised, kid.
What up?
We are the scientists of sound, mathematically putting it down. The goods radiation underground. We are the scientists of sound, mathematically putting it down. The goods. We are the scientists of sound, mathematically putting it down. The goods radiation underground. We are the scientists of sound, mathematically putting it down. The goods.
Sound like a herd of trains when I'm running. It's like a practical crash course. I'm on a sabbatical to match the force that strangers exert, perverting processes into jumbled inert envelopes that stick to each other cause of glue. Who in the hell, who? I can't even begin to recount the marbles that I lost, glossed over, crossed over lines that we etched in the dirt. Rocking mesh shirts and tight cords, just the look of the day, while keeping crooks at bay and cute girls close at hand. Mostly man and part boy, looking for the answers in the park with joy. I had a reputation for being a weirdo, broke as joke but always near dough. Be it Fleer or Bazooka Joe, I was rocking mouthfuls every morning. Sugar-coated teeth, you only saw 'em when I was yawning. My perception was dawning, just a youth inside my heart. Reality's shadows made my first years kinda dark. Life versus death, and some truths versus lies. Rights are transformed into wrongs in disguise. It's random selection, the most probable theories. Unstoppable queries, finally answered feeling eerie. My life is mine and I live it. Come be me for a minute. All it takes to know me is your soul, so test the limits. I hope we meet real soon. Transforming junctions into functions. Halt all presumptions. Transcend your assumptions.
Not today, I'm gonna talk about my life.
These days I'm staying calm and focused, avoiding the embalmed locust that can prey on your day-to-day. Activity is the major way to stay in nature. Freedom, like Pooba said, freeing the dumb, trying to acquire some sum just to catch my net worth. Had my pet first to move out into the world, sitting on chrome, cruising by man, woman, boy, girl. The coy pearl I desire is some female I dream up. Neuroses transform sexually into a cream puff steam cup. At least I think so for Freud's sake. A penoid fate will not befall me. Picking and gathering Harley to keep that generous nature at arm's reach. I feel my charms teach, but I'm a Leo linked to Geo in more ways than you know. True flow, school go, and still try to inject Dharma. My life like all has karma that I disconnect with gaps. Sure, it always comes back, but wouldn't you love a lapse? Peace to renegade synapse and the human no-self connections I felt as we watch egos melt to something truer. Still drink the occasional Kahlua amongst many becks, enjoying sex and perusing plenty texts. It's my life these days, and I can't wait to see what's next. My life is mine and I live it. Come be me for a minute. All it takes to know me is your soul, so test the limits. I hope we meet real soon, transforming junctions into functions. Halt all presumptions and transcend your assumptions. Butterfly juice. Check it. Intros aren't necessary the third time around. Feeling found, lost in move, cost to prove how it sounded. Propounded, expansing, entrancing, and dancing. All within the minutes that the goods are enhancing in a moment in rhyme. Motions climb, can you feel it? Contradictory finds back what I deal with. So seal it with a kiss as the envelopes close. Fate of Kunga 219, nobody knows.
It's Gordski from the goods. I was raised in the woods. All my money gets spent on beer, records, and rent. I used to write rhymes, rock shows all the time, but I had to retire. Word to CL Squire. Hip-hop began to suck and my Jimmy went off. She had no use for me, so she laid me off. Gordski, raised in the forest. Whoops, I didn't mean to call you ho, bitch. Forget about your worries and move. Kunga 219, write rhyme, do my groove. I like the MCs who got nothing to prove. Bring back a J.O. smooth. I don't have cable and I don't like death. The Cuban assassin eats chicken every day. I never sleep because sleep is the cause of bad breath. And we're branded by the nature of the games that we play. The octopus, a pole star in pole position. Before participation, please consult your physician. I heard about that guy sometime last winter. Get your sex lies and specs off the internet. Sad to the happy, happy to the sad. This is the beat that you wish you had. Happy to the sad, sad to the happy, cause all your beats are straight crappy. Come follow me, no more stressing and strife. Bear witness to existence that comes after your life. Mentally experienced, how many claims my dancing. I write rhymes while I chill. It takes all of our lives for the bullshit to kill us. Mind rock the body, body rock the mind. With illness you dead. Dead as can be, dead like the phone in a horror movie. I see it here all now, I'm hip to the game. With no loot to show, just pressures and fame. I can keep a party on a show, no shame. Here nobody needs an image and nobody needs a name.
Let's bring it back to backyards and boogie sessions in my basement. Well before the days when the urban liquor taste went down my throat. I could cope with the daily, never no stresses. That some sucker kid would play me, still not stressed. These days I got a crew that always feels me. Holding down the fort with the butterball ski. Who me? The K's always got his drizzle on. Slipping through the cracks, nibble gristle tail dawn. On and on, Cuban assassin troop T. Walking down the streets, people asking who's he? Never to worry, you'll find out in due time. For the end of this rhyme is the start of your climb. Begin ascension. Did I forget to mention that me and my men is of the goods profession? With the penchant for fresh sounds, try to make them weekly. Slamming competition just like Dominique B. But years ago, this flow is still fresh. Got a whole gang of women like my name is Koresh. No offense, none taken, no one's done breaking. Writers hit the walls, keep the spray can shaking. Kids keep steady with the IDs for baking. DJs keep the wheels from scraping. DJs keep the wheels from scraping. broken into fragmentary, fragile fractions of time. I become fractious when actions of mine are misunderstood to find symbolic messages. This blunder should not lead to neurotic pestices, for the journey through grains of time and space reveals endlessness, blessedness. Sometimes I can't call it poetry in motion, stall it. Freeze frame imagery, MC's mundane mimicry elucidates the age-old quest for whack MC removing. Still all caught up, need reproving. Cycles of existence that roll crooked like the dharmic wheel of life in the last days of existence, signifying something, somewhere. How long can it take to make the man of myself see myself for what myself actually is? Pop quiz for pop fans and examinations for true heads who plot jams and carry a logic to the infrastructure. I inch to clutch the bare naked essentials, loving my life to lose some history. My eyes still get mistily and my lady still gets pissed at me. Times, rhymes, I'm signed, mankind smile. Don't take life all too seriously. Got it in my gut, I'm trying to shut it out, that sickly feeling. No dealing, just an absence of concealing. Summertime blues, but a rhyme cruise is disbanding. Friends and mentors handing their souls for love's sakes. Can't bear the weight, unfulfilled departure, start your life. Can't help but think twice, tapes and photos may suffice. For the meanwhile, I stay within the essence of my work. Gentle by nature, hoping feelings won't be hurt, it's all essential. Seeing days pass from a third eye view, detrimental, yet still experimental. I try to help my friends and also help myself. Confidence lost, gain it back like my health. Start my days off with a smile and my evening with a tear. Send my meaning clear to those who steering near to my heart and soul. My other half keeps me whole. Striving through these days when the feelings make me cold. I gotta hold on tight, write what's right for my inner. Maintain balance center, whether summer or the winter. Whirlwinds of confusion diffusing mind bombs. Proverbial psalms keep me calm as I blurry. Refocus, stop, scurry, back to present mind. Basic goodness being as a lesson in time. I gotta hold on tight, write what's right for my inner. Maintain balance center, whether summer or the winter. I've tried to cut off my own fingers so I wouldn't pick at myself. Cut off my whole life so I wouldn't even be myself. Nowadays though I got outlook that sees for miles and that helps. Resolving solutions that left me with whelps, crying and yelps like a puppy dog. That monkey fog that I used to wear like a pair of sunglasses is removed, touching at my soul with the hopes to prove that I do live and exist in a time and space that matter, that are matter and can be validated. Valiantly I've hated myself for years on and off until I finally broke the outer crust of my cocoon and found something soft. I still get pissed off and seem to be cocky. Oftentimes these so-called affronts are to stop the piercing insight that makes my clothes feel like a clear shower curtain. In the dance of sociality there's power for certain. Forget it, I say, it's too outlandishly gratuitous. I'm trying so hard, I should just banish all the influence. Got it easy, that's for sure. Got it rough, but so does everyone. The path of life cannot be simplified or overcome. One truly has to live, ways past and future don't exist. The gaps are getting wider, I'm trying hard not to resist. The gaps are getting wider, I'm trying hard not to resist. The gaps are getting wider, I'm trying hard not to resist.
To my heart and soul, my other half keeps me whole. To my heart and soul, my other half keeps me whole. To my heart and soul, my other half keeps me whole.
Elastically speaking, I'm expanding, drastically seeking, fears become less demanding. Fear itself, and you will remain standing. Standing, I find myself by myself, and I'm still standing at the altar of my mind. My kind reaches for the unreachable, preaching personal truth, soothing my views for the right ones to choose. Losing states of mind, locked up by the gates of time, trying to figure out what rights are mine. Doing rough sketches in between the fine lines, and I find myself where I choose to be. It is the soles of my feet that tread ahead to create memories and drown sorrow. So remember your yesterdays and respect your tomorrows. They show you how the truth unfolds. Future puts you in a chokehold unless you're bold with yourself and have intent. And remember, only you can give others your consent to make you feel inferior when actually they're inferior. The fact that you see through them like a medical textbook diagram. You study their lines and tie their lies up with ribbons. Caution life's slippery when feminine woman's with rib for her pleasure. I measure my life on a scale of now to then, because what goes around comes around and hits back again.
horizon of my bed I saw a pride of seals moving forward. Luckily my hair can transform in an instant to a pack of lions, thus I did so with great military success. The prod began to move backwards, sealing my victory with a notch in my web belt. I turned from my bed, placing my feet firmly on an otter pelt. Holy dung, I cried, I don't kill otter, nor do I have any lines for hair. What was real and what had I just been dreaming? Did it matter cause the pelt was on my floor still steaming? All I wanted was some trick cereal with 2% milk in it, but in a hot infinite minute I saw a lizard who had hair. He seemed hypnotized and tried to mimic my every move, only like in a mirror. I didn't want to get any nearer in fear of a poisonous venom response. We all saw what happened to Newman in Jurassic Park. I wasn't moving fast or taking any jaunts, although he or she was a half step slower than me, so with that courageous notion I stepped to flee. When I got past him, the gremlin-like thing was on my bed having a pee. That could be dealt with later, so I turned and stepped into the elevator. Wait a second. I'd stepped in the shaft of an elevator that was not previously existent in my small apartment, falling faster and faster until I grabbed onto a side compartment. I pulled through into what was apparently my bathroom window. I had a seat, took a dump, and blazed up some of that good old South Central endo that was by my sink. Want a drink? I turned and DJ Quick was combing out his perm, looking like he had just done a whole mess of sherm. I was not interested in that option, so up my stairs I went into my foyer/adoption agency. Nobody paid me any mind. I hopped over babies and toys just to reach the end of the line. I couldn't see who was at the front, or whether or not any tricks would be left when it was my turn. I started in front. I poked the dude in front of me, but he was me, and so on for 14 consecutive people. Here I am thinking I'm nobody's equal, and there's more than I can count on both hands of me type sequels. This had to stop, so I yelled out loud in gibberish and eventually came to in a lazy boy with 4 boxes of pipe licorice. The rest of the house seemed fine and okay. No seals, otters, lizards, elevators, DJ Quick, tricks, babies, or clones. And with that, it was back to bed, exhaling all the way in moan. That's right, you heard me, moans!
freak myself.
I never really thought of myself as a freak, you know. But I love to freak.
Simple's how I planned it so that you'd understand it. With chaos implanted like quantum mechanics, breaking commandments, frustrated and frantic, slipping away from the planet, chipping away at the granite. And then I sift through the fossils, archaeological finds, chemicals exposed to biological minds, which melt and morph and mold and time, mixed with strychnine to corrode one's spine. I'm a charismatic character, cartoon-like entity, slaughtering minotaurs with scimitars for centuries, intentionally penetrating padded penitentiaries, an Atlantic environment, settling aquatic centipedes. I need some help, cause my seahorse won't gallop and he won't socialize with the other sea scallops. I'm a fired water finder, retired slingshot, and I come to the conclusion that all things right. Hero destiny, my presence, stay slither and the slide, made of muscles and bones and a withering hide. And I might just be the first one to admit it. He who laughs last takes the longest to get it. Live from Halifax, yo. 48 hours of white chalk drinking, yo.
Winos deal with it, right? Winos never get afraid of nothing but running out of wine. That's the only thing that panics a wino.
On the DL, don't need propaganda.
Will be known as Moon Marius. The speed'll be like Sirius, like Chris Rock talking backwards, shit'll make it go delirious. Fuck Daisy, you're feeling me like cokeheads. Giving tattoos, I'm good with booze and homo chords. Then carry kiddo shoes, can't get a loan off Silk the Sharker. And charge it to the game, cause if he ever battle Chi-Chi, he get broke without no credit. With your show flow, I'm taking heads, where you headed? What's that stench? I leave you drenched like crack cactuses, wetter, cause I'm tired of being tested like lab monkeys. For Jerry Springer appearances, words to live by. No interruption, no interferences. Excuse my poor grammar, but this is reliably preponderant. The weak need dicks to cry on. The style's too modern, but this collaboration is a celebration. More hits than tight what cassette. I know a lot about you bitches, like the Oedipus complex, and far from remarkable context. Son, you're dumb. I give a shot at defeating me, but you bust off like an informed cap gun. I cannot comprehend the label that would grab you up and want you, so I'ma rock you until you're blue in the face, like the Cookie Monster. I must state a few rules that apply to myself, especially those that talk shit and can't mimic AC alone correctly. Rule 1, you don't gotta be wild and weird to be dope. Rule 2, an image and a gimmick don't make you dope. Rule 3, certain organizations don't make you dope, plus be jacking and whack scratching can't make your album dope. Hey yo, what up fools? This is the track, you know what I'm saying? But they scared to touch us like jail, so cause all of us, we just, you know, just a bunch of dickheads in leopard skin house coats.
In the new year, a new fear and I'm nuclear.
Garbage for the globe. Costly removable services and lazy humans who just don't get it. Discarded a disposable place in plastic sports at transient times. Minds moving slow motions like people just can't wipe their own ass. Paper towels and Kleenex, extra absorbent for your crooked convenience. Microwave for the masses and cans for the topless dancers with unboundless implants. Institutions here to pollute or constitute the consent by blind pointless inventions. Paranoid personalities, Mr. Numbnuts is neurotic for Cocoa Puffs. Corn husks and cardboard dreamscapes. Diapers for the brats who got rashes and mothers who got a headache. In a fridge full of Similac. Eternal truths for a passive populace. Generic heretics lost in the metropolis illusion. William marched backwards because of Susie's attraction. And everybody's a somebody with a fuel-injected ego. And the overabundant soil full of stereotypical label. The tables turn with the walls still stand. You know, cyber sludge, right? Mechanical slaves, social engineering, weather modification, time frequency waves. Of course, soldiers are robots. Merge and kill start, wars for the primitive. In war there's no such thing as a victory. History only repeats itself of those in power, let it repeat. Secret societies control the earth, and they know what you ate for breakfast. Wash your feet. You see, I never wake up because I never fall asleep. And I don't own a Jeep because I like sugar on my Raisin Bran. Piece of stand, a cab driver, the revolutionary soul survivor. Ordinary 9-to-5er, he's a human who hates words. He thinks humanity's one big liar like Pinocchio. Hokey dokey, smoky bagging, buttercup glaze. Slay the buzzer taste waste, toxic days spent within the walls of labyrinth. Watch this language, lunge past the tongue's evolution. For habitual patterns are cut in half. Here, have a slice of life. Laugh, repetition, thinking three impossible things before breakfast. I enter the battlefield with a potion brewing this room, which I'm also screaming, eating and chewing off a conspirator's arms till they understand that I got a recipe. I'm creating mental conditions which promote spiritual growth and the mode of self-indulgence. Well, when I say I, he doesn't think he knows. Cry for freedom and is drowned in the endless depths. Tears for all the years one passively participated in death's consumption. Found within a hologram, a hollow man. Dancing with the photons, equally violates Aristotelian logic. Avoiding no struggle is an unconscious goal-oriented drive. I'm triggering liberation's mechanism, thus reinforcing my ever-withering will to survive.
The fly 6'2", brother.
File me under overrated. The martyr is dead. Wait, cut strings. Attention deficit disorderly. Bring me my bedpan and simply hold my dick while I piss, please. Motivate an angle of A to Z's, a disease. Within my conscience, it's a conscious decision. Blow out the candles at midnight and turn on the television. 3's company and I'm sick. 2, that leaves 1 to bar. None at the academy have gone too far. This time rhymes ring. Supreme action lights. Camera, my motivation is multi-gamma. My lens wide angles acute. Loops and beat. My supremacy holds true or false. Fact or fiction. My addiction to diction breaks on many records like Brian Auger. Before stepping to me, you rather step to your martyr. Why bother? And what's the meaning before life? Transition, moving from a mission to position and waiting for an acquisition. But what you don't acquire, we aspire to manipulate. Word, sound, and power over and over. The boogie, the break, beat, manipulators. Meet your inspiration at the record store at 61200 Hobos.
I know they're there without a doubt, cause every once in a while they'll all peek out like.
For the life of me, I don't know which way is loose, which way is wrong when I'm laying in a ditch. But I know who I am and I didn't fail the drug test. Down to turn a walk in the park to a slugfest. People talk about me like the weather on the weekend. Well, everyone's voice sounds to me like a speaking spell. He beats time instead of it beating him, and walks around town with a shit-eating grin. Cause I tell stories of the old days to common kids and work on rap songs with all kinds of hominids. I beg for change, I'm the out-of-town hero, but no one gives a shit right here at ground zero. I'm stranded with no pants in the middle of a shopping mall. Hands on my hips, showing no shame and walking tall. We all stand in a circle and piss with shell toes on it, linked at the elbows.
Abrígate bien o te vas a helar afuera. La nieve se está derritiendo en los techos. Es
es un signo seguro de la primavera. En la escuela.
Apúrate, la campana está a punto de sonar.
Ya viene el tiempo frío. La temperatura está bajando rápidamente.
What did I do? You woke me up right in the middle of a beautiful dream. That's what. Oh, well, I'm sorry.
¿Dónde está el mozo?
The kind of playing that it's a good thing parents don't know anything about, because if they did, they'd have a fit.
A casi todos los muchachos les gusta construir modelos de aeroplanos.
Veo que a los tigres y a los leones los tienen en jaulas separadas.
A voice boomed over the radio.
Turn back, intruder, or I'll blast you out of space. This is Clickson, and I don't want any dealings with you human life forms. I'm a cyborg, half machine, half man. I surround myself with nothing.
I see years moving away from each other as if temporal space was just a cover, a muse, a ruthful disguise that I shed off in hopes to intertwine eyes with a being that both refracts and reflects. It's a hard, long, struggling journey to search and connect. I saw you passing by at the corner of Roby and Coburg, scared and shy, I dared not a word. Maybe you might ruin the impression, maybe I would. Shook the feeling off and went in to get some herb. $15 later, I still got this nagging feeling, laying on my bed, confused, staring at the ceiling. I hopped up to get my book, but that won't do. I reached for the phone, but that won't do. Lonely and significant, homely and magnificent, for your ears only, but for nobody's benefit. I tried reconciling the reasons, but still felt exiled by changing seasons. Time is ticking and I feel judgment's gavel flicking, quietly tapping wood on wood, skin on skin, in circular patterns. I finish where I begin. Concentric eccentricities characterize my search for metric simplicity. I'm still mixed up in a gregarious getup that I fashioned for myself, a hilarious setup. I sometimes look in the mirror and don't recognize myself. My eyes seem foreign. Japanese implants that also tamper with my brain. Elephant stampede my toes, but I don't feel the pain. It's all relative, I constantly keep that as my mantra, man, but stay away from using it as intellectual contraband. My cards are played, best 3 out of 5, 1 quarter through life, so my justice got a job. To which are you subjected? A false consciousness or a false utopia? Shoulder tapping for tapioca pudding within the new world order denies any real feel for euphoria. When I met you, you were named Gloria. Now all I hear is some jargonful talk of warriors. Android in essence, paranoid is a blessing, shape-shifting throughout society's redressing. Issues of representation in erroneous ethnographic works, simultaneously stamping ethno-emphatic marks of worth. Barking at birth, you were simply a dog-faced boy destined to a shitty life. The pity type of pithy might, trying hard to flex a muscle. I sell lo-fi sex to seniors cause it's truly the easiest hustle. Engaged in sleazy tussles while munching measly Brussels sprouts. A minute for a steam until I'm noticed when Bill Russell shouts. Fists of rings on enough, so keep it moving, sonny boy. Hope you feel tough cause this is no form of a funny ploy. I never did feel that way, but pride has its ways to blind you. Thank goodness I woke up and still had time to find you. Mind you though, Consciousness is a form of agreement reality, so I disagree with salary by eating celery for calories on my tombstone, engraved with the words, soon home, so come back later, alligator, leave a message in the dirt by flicking your wrist like on a crossfader. Yes, I'm a boss hater and an employee nightmare. I no longer do work enforced by wearing tight wear. Despite tears in the fabric of time and space, I feel I must save mind and face through rhymes of grace. Trying too hard. Over and out, I feel safe in my present place, alone and insignificant in the midst of this messy race.
They know I'm good. Hey, I love the style. People in my neighborhood, they know I'm good. Hey, I love the style. People in my neighborhood, they know I'm good. Hey, I love the style. People in my neighborhood, they know I'm good.
Verbal battalions unleashed by the herbal stallion of none other, one lover, one rhymer, scared to get Alzheimer's, so I don't put aluminum in my armpits. Alarms hit and bounce off halls and doorways in my mind, trying to stay on top of all the pathways in my lines. Pathologically fine, previously mathematically inclined, but now a writer by mainly choice. A manly voice and a candid, moist, welcoming bellow, just a beckoning fellow that eats vitamins and peas neon yellow. Hello, I made this rhyme to say hi to Peter, the knee football cheater who should write erotic novels on the side of his pure theater. You see, there's the friends I have and the friends I don't have. It's all for a reason, so let's not engage in mud baths. I was born Noah Tarpa Haspray, and no one probably figured I'd use the title Ass Glazer at any point in my life, so for cock dynamics I showed my stripe, and then moved on. I got a world that surrounds me, astounds me, and gives me wonder, trying hard to cut out those nights that get too drunk and blow up chunda. It's in my fixings to stay around, physical moves don't change my ground, I hold it like my nuts when putting it down, creating sound for those who found the under. I love nice vibes just like the next man, yet stay conscious like the X-Clan, for 666 is a plan with a neural net scan and a bedpan for security. Impurity still detected in a clear glass of water. I've started to get up early like an otter. So try to test investigating, response gestures are gestating, or in capitalist discourse, operators are waiting, standing by. Demanding lies may get some truth, because asking opposite gets people uncouth. Yet does this really matter? Maybe so. Half and half work is what makes me slow in time ratio. Not likely to be confused with Mace or Maceo, but who knows with listeners like Johnny Dumb and Stacy Slow.
Man, the destruction soldiers, son is that, yo.
All I know is that I'm dope. I like to say it once in a while. Support avant-garde hip-hop because we walk that extra mile.
They know I'm good. They know I'm good. Boy, he's getting red hot here now.
I stand at 3'11", ball of fire sent from heaven. Technically advanced beyond the dreams of your brethren. Genetic, prosthetic, prophetic being from the future. Too many ways explained, resulting from a brain suture. Silicone and microchips, flesh tone with cyber dick. All created, manufactured. The human bone's fractured and automaton installed with bombs plus a pad code that broke once escaped. Birth of tested pregnancy, a scientific rape. The period has been reduced to 1 month and 7 days, but in the past this led to severe case of angina pectoris. They ignored this and the first of many was born. Android warrior, my legend lives long. 2099 post-colonization, the goods have survived, third reincarnate regeneration. 2099 post-colonization, the goods survive, third reincarnate regeneration.
Inconceivable.
These poor creatures are what's left of the crew. Kept alive by means I don't pretend to understand. They're more robot than human.
yo, what's the matter? Still afraid of the truth, they get the brain bolt stripped on numerous occasions. Exuberant rhymes evasion and loot from my station. I need space and patience, ready to have your dome whip. Pulverize that brain to bake a bitch. Vacate your soul with studios, send your ass against the paradise with that fat fucking Coolio. When the dice race, the sweat on my hand and shit drops, I roll for the liquor store. Pull a red band, pin stop. This is premium grade, unmatchable. The track dispatchable orders. Shorty day skills detachable, casual. Like gap pants and crew neck sweaters are better than your average bit factual. Kids shifty like bank tellers, Tachichi and fellas. Gordski 219 head swellers. Tighter than the ass on Sarah Michelle Gellar. We dirt dwellers. Some quiet bursts fit a pair of magazines. These new jacks and clubs, derivative from saggy jeans. Anything that gleams, plus what's marketable to teams. Want my lyrical dreams to fall apart at the seams of pretty steam. But let my emotion project my devotion. Say shot by his critics across the Atlantic Ocean. The polar pop a pump, I flex my arm for sex and charm. Grab your girl with a stash pack. Give a squeeze on a fat rack. Don't even sneeze on my perimeter. Rid out sand walls, prevent doors. Allow me and my squad to go and pound yours. Look like you've been spotted like today in particular. Don't ever cross us again. Yeah, anyone in particular is Trilogy. Forever with domes.
Acknowledge vengeance. Strip of rainbows without wrenches. This is what sucky rhymes is scared of. Something so small. Battle, rhymes. Get this wash for the rubber bit. Kunga 219 Tachichi. Crushing artificial copycat sloppy raps.
Forget agendas, politics, and foolish people in this era. The painstaking tasks of the men within the mirror. For the hallways of perception lead to doors of deception. I'm crawling through your mind, searching for intersection. Catching and crossing, running, gunning, and stunning. Facing millions, sideways passing like Jason Williams. In constant mission mode, so I'm 2 steps ahead. Plus I'm always wearing blue, cause my man is wearing red. It's the yang to yang, and how a dome is truly whipped. Play yourself on stages while we chillin', sippin' sips. The trilogy of terror had a trailer at the movies. Your military era caused a failure due to floozies fluctuating. Extended periods of extenuation due to exertion. Immersion versions that last for hours instead of minutes. So call me tougher for longevity's sake. Finishing breaks with time and diminishing fakes to miming instead of rhyming. The piano plays for you if you want it. Chillin' at my rest, I still feel haunted. Undaunted, I rock on while you taking stock on pop, hip-hop, drop top copies of something cultural. Unnatural acts of unadulterated underappreciation for the economy of mimic daughters depreciating, leading to excruciating intervals of dharmic drought. Karmic doubt leads to a bird pooping on you, and if you don't believe me, ask the bird, it's true. Tachichi and the average drunk MC me. See, the magic number is indeed 3, so don't come test or get a shiver to the chest like the ref. The hash brown chef cooking up some marvelous shit. Harvesting hits and harnessing trips of synergistic saying. Slaying the ghost dragons, it's most nagging on my inner self. Winner's circle is a necessity, but for brevity I gain levity and provide the remedy. The trilogy's spoken.
Knowing that the days are limited.
Participation is paramount in the face of such insurmountable odds. Surmisable issues and topics illuminate my hungry ghost realm. Until the human comes back to the helm, we will all play the wall like grade 9 house parties with the mom moving the mattress down for making memory mounds. But not really. Yes, bitter warriors that are still positive and silly. Causation clutches my willy in a wild willy-nilly chilly billy goat grab. In other words, a gonad snag for the drab. Try undelectable, non-selectable, edible few. We are the credible 2 unforgettable crew who with massive cookbooks and beats screw you. Boo-hoo for poo-poo production and caca verses. boo-boo, consumption, the rah-rah, curses. Melting minds of many down to lines, oh plenty incorporated in God you hated, economically inflated, equated, and mated. Congratulations for raping the earth, making the birth of technology the last straw on the camel's back folly. Golly gee, these hippie MCs are different from the Knights of the Round Table label-wearing mall rat and his generic brand of call cats, fall raps, and summer jams, whose blunder lands them on the gutter grating wearing the dunce cap for punk raps in really tight rhyme zones. Minds blown, signs sewn, lines sewn into clothing that makes up my loving, determined body. Concerned with pot party and naughty ladies. Lately I act shady if I'm oversmoked. Much too much frumpiness, my attitude. Slow-witted harm instead of attitude. I had a few, might as well have some more. Maybe in the morning you can tell me of my lore. Sketchy, 1080 staying shady on the daily. Revolving round the world 3 times, that's a maybe. Sketchy, 1080 staying shady on the daily. Revolving round the world 3 times, that's a maybe. Maybe if you don't mind, I could sidle up a side with breath fresh from lemon rind in hopes to wine and wine you. Never you notice that I'm a little bit goofy at close range, hoping to get my rub on before my dose change. It's just I have this habit or all these habits that make me think I matter. I grew into these years, but did you really need that data? I think not, you sink plots that leave the air heavy like Brinks cops. But now I got, oh shit, what do I got? Maybe 420 on it, let me 1080 and we can get some pot. Never you mind that it's 11 a.m. on a school night. An unlikely fool might mistake this for the cool life. I often got an agenda that needs to be elegantly expressed. Still I wish for more mentals that I could delicately undress. Therefore I stay high on the hope scale while standing on the Pope's tail, loping when I fail, smoking bales with attempts to stack mail. A quick little sketch, a vignette, if you may, drawn by Kunga 219 PKA-KA. Hold the key in my hand, I make a mark like pee in sand. Looking for my friend to calm me down and take a stand. I was only hoping that the lonely be scoping each other. Riding 4 tracks on a train of discovery. Smothering thee was never my intention. Inventions of contention provide no prevention. Need I mention, we still miss GBS when we choose it. Lounging together, puffing L's and talking music. Misused and abused, confused but still enthused. Maybe one day we shall intertwine our muse. Until that happens, I'ma keep on rapping. Officer O, Troop T to the captain. The legend grows, we've gone from sessions to shows. Transformed our own emotions into friends from foes. It just goes to prove that no matter where you move, you're still in the hearts of the people that you choose. I love you, I miss you, and that's the big secret. It's all in the Wig Club, and that's how we gonna keep it. What say thee now, as I stand with key unlocking the treasures of my chest, handed over, gun uncocking.
It's fun cooking up a little hook lace track for heavy rockin' back to cracking coalition. Visionary, very fun first sessions. The essence of those days was in Mike manifesting. And it grew in every bombs, going along on every way, dropping bombs at Sherry's home. Long before she was a mom's, it's been shown that I tried to ride the tidal wave of Noah's Ark. He's the K.A., my Mike mentor, the spark, the ray of sunshine like the centaur's protruding cock. And we rock to indent your brainstem, explain them, can't see that we be the dynamically charged tandem. ready to get large, and here's our anthem. All we want is clothes and girls, so we can flaunt these butterscotch swirls. We got scotch and an itch from the crotch when we switch to debauchery and ditch that mockery and get hitched. I take thee as my mark for wedded MC, Kunga 219 and me to the nth degree. Who's gonna play the lady? Who's gonna suckle our baby? Who's gonna work 9 to 5 and make this gravy train soup recruit? This loop doing promotional work, maybe we'll get a little luck from lady instead of getting fucked by the shady. Dr. Dre, Suge Knight type, good night music, sold out to Def Jam. Cover most Def and Slam, Skep and Slim for Miles B and Crew and Crack B. Take a back seat to no one, representing everyone we know, so tight and complex. We write about bum sex and being true to who we be. The goods plus Max J. Martinez makes 3.
Lesson the path.
Some say I'm not always on time, late, doing things twice, can't get them right the first time. You know, practice makes perfect. Ask any climber or treetops when you get to the top and you know the knees knock. Not so sure you're meant to rock climb this high, you can't get down. I say you let me down. Get over it, a photograph of my classmates. Kodak Gold looking like I'm 6 years old in grade 6. Coming up to the tits at the shoulders chicks in my class. The last one in the tall lineup. Check the line of notes where I wrote, thank God for puberty. I mean it, my penis was perfectly free to proceed, growing hair on its own time. But times are tough when boys' voices turn gruff and girls get them off. But I can't get enough loving, always daydreaming what it would be like to make meaningful contact. Skin on skin loving, but going beyond that. You and me can make beautiful music, except my voice cracks. I used to make jokes, self-conscious wisecracks. At night my mind traps in sensitive comments. Breaking up with my first girlfriend and then defending the size of my end-piece. At least I knew that if all my friends grew, and if it happens to be painfully true, then my unit was just sample size. I was making minis downsizing, not at all surprising that after surviving such a horrid trial of manhood, I grew up to have the biggest in my neighborhood.
Well, in my yesteryears I met with my fears, confessed with my peers while pissing many beers, mixed with tears on the grass of the fields I walked on. Talking on like a polyglot of mocking songs. Your natural progression is my factual recession. Your actual impression is my gradual compression. I'm slow to blow, most of the times patience taught me. The cage bird sings, but the tones have never caught me. Nor did I see her, but she stood in front of me. I'm cunningly looking for some hope and company. A symphony of sonics with them vets smoking chronic. High school heaven with the penis that's bionic. It was one of the 3, my daydream set me free. Love life, love. Am I he? Am I inside really who I'm supposed to be? All the nipstrolls, the people who should be close to me. Just some drunks and druggies, punks acting funny. No need to worry cause Graham's got the money. When I reach into my pockets and my money was spent, I called up the bootleg president. Experiments with bottles was the models for our evenings. It's 6 years later and I'm still in conceiving the opus of my life to be the dopest on the mic. I'm still that same dude, but I gained insight to insight and invite my mind to travel and see. Kunga 219 and I'm glad to be.
Lesson the path.
I want to say peace to my good brother Terence. I want to say peace to my good brother Terence. I want to say peace to my good brother Terence. I want to say peace to my good brother Terence.
Anorexics and anorex are an anomaly in my area of autonomy and independent representation, so there will be no compromise, no sellout. Please tell, no shout, I'm really right beside you. I got your back, no worries. All that's left to do is jet the hell out, so hurry. Time is ticking towards Terrible Tuesday, twice the time Terence told me. Don't ask me who Terence is, cause all I'll say is what my parents did made me and a twin. When we were younger, we practiced the flea flicker and swam great lengths until the sea was sicker than we were. We bathed in our glory often, yet the sea was a blur. And hearing was a muffle, walking was a searing shuffle, side by side, sidling towards size C cups until our hormones grew to the equivalent of quadruple G cups, slushy style. Just put a dome on that beverage in order to acquire the fat leverage needed to continue. You may ask where this was going, but trust me, you knew. So life was a confusing jumble. Meanwhile, my musing mumbles made memories in my mind, shimmery lines that I wrote and spoke, all in hopes to stay not broke and be able to indulge hot tokes of quiff spliffs. Shit shifts, nothing changes. Kids split, and loving's dangerous. I know Terence will go sometime, but knowing and feeling are two different types of sporting equipment in different stadiums on different days. Different ways of seeing things until fleeing brings one back to go. In loving memory of Terence Tarpa Haspray, the one you'll never know, never know. I fiddle with files, trying hard not to peek at my unrevealed styles. My own prophecy can be seen in the making. Seeds have been taken and placed on very bright verandas. So as my life meanders, I can spectate with reflexivity, anthropologically trained to avoid subjectivity. A postmodern critic who's stubborn-witted and well-fitted in foot fashion. So instead of verbal icon smashing, let's just unlatch the doors that need unlatching. Please don't tell me what to do or how to act. I'm well-versed in tone, prepared meeting battle match. And as the cattle crash into fences that they never forgot about, drunken egos clash nightly with scattermouth. The pitter-patter out, the that-about way that directs you back to your own dick. Clone the sick and clone the rich, everyone in between will just moan and bitch. I like what I do and how I think a lot, yet no, just cause I'm sneaky doesn't mean I won't get caught. Everyday smile, navigated through the ways of guile with severed pay. Contractual agreements to do tapes that never play. I've got questions, answers, and confusion, but I'm willing to exchange them for sessions, dances, and transfusions. The growing pains may seem obvious, or maybe I just feel naked. Steely determination, determined, destined that I made it. Rummaged ruminations turning hope into a bliss. It's my dream sequence. It seems frequent to the stranger that lurks beneath my ribcage, looking out for certain danger. The remainder is that of broken compounds, missing elements. Explain it to my soul with sentence structure, kissing eloquence. I still can't call it. I sit for hours burning wonder, cracking through my bias to discern what's really under. Does it matter? Should I try? Is life an entire lie? Snow to sunshine, hot to cold, wet to dry. The filler line is this: I'm your average drunk MC. So when you hear this shit, copy me sloppily. There's no telling how I got to be writing this rhyme. Days turn into minutes, making tapes all the time. I feel myself growing, developing and mellowing. Chirping cheerfully, the brash but brave Bedouin. The time is near, the goal is far, the answer's here. Find the proper question, then ask the proper ear. You'll figure it out, so will I, so let's get going. If you rip what you sow, you will reap what you're sowing.
Many men have tried.
They tried and failed.
They tried and died.
This is a test to push the limits of your shrinking repertoire. Composition noir, should I say a darker song? The final battle marked as long, precise, calculated decimation of dickhead MCs who spit once they've been rubbed the right way. I might say they ejaculate blank, non-fertilizing words, while I'd rather just say they suck to be heard. But with that in mind, you take notes, cause every time you forsake boats to paraphrase for your own good, the goods MC dare says, all should relearn to quit burning CDs of utter shit. This 21 song tape can fuck up your whole grip like paralysis in your upper body after a slip. The final battle makes your spinal rattle. You can't handle like you and in the open court, holding fort like I'm drunk off a court, looking to battle MCs for a wine glass of port. I make it cocky, not enough for this sport. Egos are so big, even will the stilt seem short. You see, I've been known to get hella wild on occasion, grazing my face like a blind man shaving while beefing with authority like Aunt Mason. It don't matter, I got works for every beat. Rhyme so unique, it's like premieres every week. That's the essence of battle rhymes and their masters. Think of a dope one faster or be a lonely one, a bastard. To get the process right, you best assess the fight and might then write or maybe even freestyle. For a while now I've been in preparation, controlling the abbreviated aspirations of short-minded people who believe nobody's the equal. They still can't rhyme complex, saying they bust like condoms during rough sex and a rough necks who bust texts. I'm in a different class of rhyming, freestyles on and off the dime, blasting surefire hits like McGuire on the diamond. I'm in total control of what I say and how I say it. Days lit for individual with individual, how me and Gordo join, leaving MCs and DJs moaning like they got chopped loins, while you regurgitate rhymes like Stevie Stark costs coins. I unify, accomplishing whatever the mind desires, writing verse novels like Goins. To make the point, battle rhymers alone have no place in this arena. Citations for an ignorance misdemeanor is my accusation. By this declaration, the final battle is officially won within stations of discriminating, intelligent people who in the end offer libations, all in hopes to stay out of the trouble that they may be facing. Double-crossing the two-faced hijinks is their motto, swearing that they local and swearing that they ain't local. Make up your fucking mind so I can diss you correctly in this rhyme. Forget about it, the ass whooping has already taken place. Saving face isn't in your corner. In your future, I see 100 mourners all laughing behind your coffin. See, they was paid by your sister to soften the impact. Simply put back in 92, ooh, you whack, dude. Go ahead and look into that literal spiritual mirror. The bardo's over, now the day of entry is nearer. I cursed over your body for 49 nights just to make sure your soul never reached the limelight, but got placed into a deer's body about to be blasted by a hit with a multi-machine gun shotty in the Midwest. Then you'll get reincarnated as a beautiful woman with big breasts and a brain, so for one day you can identify personally with those shitty comments you spit 2 lives ago and feel pain. Are you starting to get the picture? My voice isn't even strained yet. Battles like this are what I live for. Give me a mic, I become a metaphor for Thor with this mallet. A verbal ballad, or should I say a ballet, ferociously in the midst of a fuck you fillet, just to show all y'all the wrong way you already took. Swearing you leave kids shook when really they were laughing. You putting caps in what? Your cap gun. Tap and run is the true courageous way. Display dismay is my bar press. It's an instinct to receive good feelings. The floorwood's peeling is the resulting fumes leave folks keeling over. I write rhymes sober. I think clearer than you. Sure you get plenty to write, but who the fuck are you? Doesn't matter of fact, you are rapping out a poet MC. You rhyme pushy with pussy cause you can't get any or do it any better. You take on any better, I'm here to take on any letter in the English alphabet. I extinguish distinguished master vets who swear that 93 style's the best still. To make up for their less skill, they force their chest to build. All I do is lounge on my Chesterfield using books of words I wrote as my shield and my pen is my sword. The final battle's over, short attention, dumbass MCs got bored. These days verses only have a relative value, they all lack a penultimate worth. This is my first and last battle rhyme, a 74-line double time test in disciplined ability and agility.
This is a test to see how long you'll shut the fuck up and listen.
can't follow. Most of us can't even see beyond tomorrow. Sorrow, seemingly hollow, meets my path. Fiending to borrow, I feel the wrath of the math. For a second, though, I gotta let it go. Escape from the chains of my ego. It's just a trap of the mind as I wrap up a dime that I sold for 10 bills, but I only paid 9. Fine, call me a liar, call me a cheater, but I got an extra $1, plus I got an extra heater. Time for fajitas at the store, no doubt. Walking down the block when I hear this kid shout, "Come here, what's up with this tea you sold? Twigs and leaves from a seed grown in mold, I'm not having it." He starts rapping shit. I feel more fried than some Cavendish. Hash browns, bashed to the ground for a second. Physical bruises, but I learned a little lesson. Lies and truth mixed like flies in soup, akin to a tree being slashed from its roots. Comic insults lead to comic results, enlisted in the truth to avoid these codes. Call the personality, insult originality, similar to selling your soul for a salary. Mad at me? It's all relative, it's all real, it's all fake, it all breaks, let's all steal, let's all take. Make your decisions with the outcomes in mind. A soldier of truth keeps a hard and steady line. It's not hard to see, you need modesty. Learn from Odysseus in the Odyssey. Travel the worlds, unravel the pearls. Remember that your mother was once a little girl. Keep it all in perspective, performing. And remember to respect your recordings. For once in the past I knew a petty man on a petty mission, plagued with petty plans. Couldn't figure out why his life was so. You're not a kind of person of the type to go walking and talking, seeing how it really is. Busy in his hell, being bugged by silly kids. But really it's being true to yourself, seeing through for your own mental health. Be a soldier of truth. Be a soldier of truth for yourself, if not for others. Most of the time we spend it running for some cover, figuring out why some things are wrong. Observe them in my life, then I sing them in a song. It's a beautiful day, leads to suitable ways. Trapped within a maze caused by your own haze. But next time, there doesn't have to be wars. Positivity rise, negative falls. If you see me on the street looking down on myself, skillful means is the only real help. But don't stress, it's just my type to get stuck in gloom. Catching perspectives from stems and shrooms. On occasion get persuasions that I can't be swaying, so I'll hold myself tight for days out and days in. It's amazing the facing your words shrivel like a raisin. Sex, lies, and videotapes, it all needs erasing. There's no right or wrong in halftime. Mumbled ciphers, sharing openly. Jumble jargon is a type of talk. I'm speaking while you walking like a beacon, subtly sneaking through a puddle that's leaking. Drip drop, valid present in hip hop. Hope you spot 'em coming from the bottom to the top.
Expedite functions as truth and stick to it. Illucinations is the